There we go. Scratches in the lamp. Astarion is out. And we're back. Hello everybody, they're calling me as I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3. Where we're just going to leave Scratch in the lamp. And go about our business here in the Sorcerer's Vault. There's nothing to worry about, it's not the real Scratch. So all is just fine and dandy in that regard.
Something over there.
Now we have a portal. And something over there. Is that Bouton? Okay, that doesn't seem to do much for us. Is there anything else going on in and around this room? There's an oak door. And more chests. We should be able to crack those, hopefully. Yeah, difficulty 10. Not a problem. With rolls of 2 and a 6, it was almost a problem. Wonderful. Is there anything hidden behind this one? Doesn't look like it. Let's go lockpick this bad boy. And we got some alchemy materials. Nothing behind that one? Nope. Okay. Ramazith.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Lorroakan.
Well, he's dead now, so what are you going to do?
Fine. Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
Okay, that's what you can do. Traps everywhere. Elminster, Silverhand, Karsus.
Nice vault. I wager something even nicer is hidden behind it.
Seems very likely, Will. But first we probably want to disarm these plates. And with that done, we should be able to move through these doors. So that one says Karsus. It's Lockhead. The others are not Lockhead. And lockpicking is impossible. Do we have any knock spells about our person? Sadly, no. So I guess we're not getting through Karsus just yet. But we could go through Elminster, Pat. Oh no, that's locked. Silverhand, though.
Traps. How
So
much
much
for a
fruit.
warm welcome.
We've got traps all over the shop once again. Okay, with those out of the way. We've got more doors. We've got illusion, evocation, transmutation, and abjuration. So Silverhand. What did Silverhand get up to that might relate to these doors? Were they an illusionist? Seems not, because we're back in the first room. Okay, evocation has led us deeper in. No, we've got a gargoyle head that's trapped. Can't see anything else around, like a pressure plate. We have just failed a check. And yeah, Lae'zel is getting shot. That's unfortunate. So, we were stood on the trap itself, it seems. This is mildly inconvenient. Okay, that's enough of that nonsense. Now we've got a lever, we've got wish, gate, invulnerability, and foresight. Now we went through Silverhand and then evocation, didn't we? These appear to generally relate to spells. What's invulnerability going to lead to? It's going to lead us back to the start. So evocation appears to be right. What about if we went to the others? Do they?
I spy a
Move
trap.
with purpose.
Okay. So we are on a trap once again. Can we stand on that with anyone else, or is it just... Yeah, looks like we might need to leave Gale where he is and use Astarion to do this. Right, so that's all that disarmed. Now, there's a lever there. Has that done something good for us? This door is open.
Trap.
Oops.
Death can't have me.
Right.
Not yet.
Kind of walks in a bit lackadaisically there. These gargoyle heads are actually spitting disintegrate. Which is a bit rough. Seems a bit harsh, although Lorroakan did kind of warn us of this. And now we've got a big lever here. 2 casters.
Unlock hereby the path to the Karsus Vault.
Ooh. Well, that's exactly what we wanted. So that's that unlocked. Can we get through any of the other doors? Okay, so that's brought us back. Karsus is open. But there was a lever on the wall if we went Silverhand Evocation. So what does this lever do? Is the wish door open? It is. Now presumably there's traps.
Fine. Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
Right, so we've unlocked Elminster and we've unlocked Thing, but there was one more option, which was to go into Silverhand and then go behind us. We've unlocked Illusion now, but that doesn't seem to have helped us. Yeah, it's not literally an illusion. We can't walk past it. We went through Evocation, but we didn't try Transmutation. Okay, that's just led us back. So we've got Elminster now. We've got a return option. We've got some various chests and whatnot. And a display case. Ooh, the Pyro Quickness hat. Whenever you deal fire damage with a leveled spell, you burn yourself and gain an additional bonus reaction this round. Interesting. And then we got this box, which is a bit trickier to unlock. But we've made the roll. The Tharkiot Codex, I believe. The Necromancy of Thay. Oh, secrets of life and death only known to the Red Wizards. And we have gained a curse. Our constitution score is reduced by 5 whilst we're cursed. Okay, but does that allow us to look deeper into the book?
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the Codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it.
That sounds like us. Let's wrest the book's power from it. Look at all those bonuses. 12 to 15. And we could add resistance. We could add Beacon of Hope if we wanted to, but resistance should be enough. 13 to 19 is our bonus. That's not going to do it.
As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. Assailed from all sides, you careen through the text, absorbing knowledge you can barely comprehend. And yet, for all the violence, you start to see. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
It's probably fine. All knowledge is worth having. This is true. And now we've got a couple of curses about our person. Now, I thought Will had removed curse about himself, but we certainly have, so... Blamos. We're no longer cursed. Take that. Books. And now the Vault of Karsus itself awaits. Again, we'll just have a quick peek. No illusions. Any over that side, or is it just cobweb? Okay. What's going on in this vault? There's a Grace Axe +1. Stacks of scrolls. Wall of stone. Flesh to stone. The Foe Breaker. A two-handed maul. Ignores bludgeoning resistance. Very well. Lae'zel can hold on to that. We'll pick up that blade as well, and then we'll just send that straight to Lae'zel, I think, because our inventory is getting a bit full once again. And then we'll grab some more scrolls, which probably shouldn't encumber us. Okay, no, we are encumbered again. Scrolls were just too heavy, so we'll throw some more things at Lae'zel. And so here we have the Annals of Karsus and a note. Okay, it's a warning not to mess with things that man should not mess with. An ancient handwritten book, possibly written by Karsus himself. Crown of Karsus attracts and absorbs magical knowledge. Gives the wearer dominion over himself, so he remains his own entity apart from the weave.
These notes are no mere diary. These are the visions of Karsus himself. Designs for the crown he hoped to forge. And the new form of magic he planned to create with it. It seems Raphael was telling you the truth. The crown you saw atop the Elder Brain is indeed of Karsus's making. Reunite the crown with the Dead Three's netherstones and Karsus's design might yet be completed. You could wield the power of a god.
The broken artifacts of a failed god. The crown should be destroyed before it causes any more damage.
Though Karsus could only have worn the crown for mere moments, he managed to destroy an empire, killing thousands in the process. In the hands of the Dead Three's chosen, it threatens to do much the same. You must find a way to stop them, to render the crown harmless, detonating the orb if necessary. You can save Faerun from Karsus's evil and the Absolutes in one fell swoop. Only you might not live to enjoy it.
We can straight up bring the book with us as well. It's probably best. We don't want Roland to read it and think it might be a good idea to start messing with things that he shouldn't mess with. He's just a lad. He'd do something silly. And now we are in a room. We've got the basement key chest. Yeah, we're in Sorcerer's Sundries. Once again. But behind a door. Which we don't have the key for. So I guess we're kind of trapped. We're not trapped, we can fast travel. Oh, and there's the key, perhaps. No? Okay. I assume we can lockpick our way out of here without too much bother. Yeah, it's 15. There's a little bit of bother involved. But there we go.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave.
I'll be on my way. Now, where's friend Roland? Is he around? Is that just a projection? Yeah, projected image. Okay. All sorts of stuff hanging around in this shop, probably. Winter's clutches. Gold wormling staff. We know those. Zombies. Very well.
Do you think that zombie looks fresh? Is fresh good? I never know with zombies.
It's a good question. I think fresh is good.
Apologies. I'm with a customer at the moment.
I see. You're selling her a zombie? Maybe? What about you, Tonemonger?
Literature department. Can I help you?
Why are you whispering?
Psst. These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence.
I see. What do you think of the new master of the tower?
Who now? Oh, Roland. I leave him alone. He leaves me alone. That's all there is to it, I'm happy to say.
Very well. I'd be interested in any especially rare tomes that you might have.
Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. between us. Even Master Leverokin was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiot Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you?
I may have read them all already, but let's see what you have to trade. Looks like I could sell the Annals of Karsus back to her. Although she hasn't got the gold. Are there any spells worth buying? Perhaps I'll just sell some stuff that we don't really need. There we go.
Gale of Waterdeep.
Elminster.
As I live and breathe. As do you, I'm glad to see.
What are you up to, you old duffer?
Tell me, what curiosities did you discover within the walls of this esteemed emporium?
Hopefully we found a way to destroy the Absolute without using the orb.
You have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The Crown of Karsus. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mystra asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly. She knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mystra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
Very well. I'll seek her statue at the Tabernacle.
Perhaps that should have been your mission right from the start.
It was.
Spark of promise burns in you once more, my boy. And Mystra believes that spark may yet catch fire. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mystra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Fantastic. So now we can go and speak to Mystra, should we so choose. What else we got going on? We've got Gloomy Fentonton. Ah, and we got Fitz the Firecracker. I believe I know these merchants because they sell a bunch of useful stuff.
You in need of protection, friend? What am I saying? Everyone's in need of protection. Don't be shy. This armor can't keep you alive if it's sitting here with me.
We do like being alive. What do you have to offer, friend? You've got the Armour of Agility. Adds your full dex modifier to your armor class. And doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth checks, so pretty good for sneaky types and whatnot. And then just a whole bunch of +2 armors. And some nice dyes. Dark Amethyst sounds fun. But you also have a bit of cash about your person, so we can afford to sell you some cool stuff. Maybe we'll buy some Dark Amethyst dyes. Because why not? But we'll also sell you some of our less interesting dyes, perhaps.
The way I see it, you've got the folk who invest in quality armor. And you've got the corpses who try to play it cheap.
Very well. We've all got half-decent armor, I think, although Astarion's only got 18 armor class, so he could probably do with something better.
Certainly.
Let's see what Fitz has to say.
Need something for defense? Or maybe offense? Either way, I've got what you need.
So she's the weapon monger. The Flail of Ages. Depending on what type of damage this weapon does, it also inflicts acid, chilled, or burning. Elemental Age. Gives it a +1 bonus to attack rolls and an additional 1d4 acid, cold, or fire damage. Hence acid, chilled, or burning. That's pretty cool. Was there? Yeah, there was a Flail of Ages, wasn't there, in Baldur's Gate 2? You had to get the 3 parts to put it together. Created by a warmongering Rakshasa and kept for a time under the careful watch of a noble named Lord de Arnis. Yeah. Yeah, that's a Baldur's Gate 2 reference. Amazing. Who's using what weapon-wise? Defender Flail. Yeah, she's got that mace. I might just buy it, just for nostalgia's sake.
All of my wares are tried and true. Hells, some of them have probably already killed before.
Yeah, Flail of Ages certainly did back in my BG2 playthroughs. So we should probably head to the Tabernacle now, but I would also like to beat something up at some point today. Now, so there is something down here as well, isn't there? Yes, there's a stone wall. $25? How are we supposed to do that? We ain't got the skills for this, surely. Okay, maybe we have. We'll just open that in case we need it later. But what are we looking for? There's the firework place. I've never completed this quest. There's a door that we're not supposed to go through. But does anyone really care?
This guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell.
I didn't see you there, friend. Let's talk our way out of it. Yeah, do you really want to go to all this trouble over a little bit of lockpicking?
You're free to go. This time. But next time you won't be so lucky.
Very well, we're not lockpicking our way into the firework place while that guy is hanging around. Is there any other way in? Okay, there's folks chatting. Possibly upstairs? Yeah, this might be part of the fireworks place. It's hard to say. There's some more doors. Is that the way that we're supposed to come in?
Faces, hands, and eyebrows. How do we protect them?
Watch for wind direction. Put on your gloves. And a light at arm's length.
Very good. And what does Uncle Falogir always say?
Once it's lit, you commit.
Excellent! Now remember, Falogir's Fireworks accepts no liability for singed nails, toasted eyelashes, loss of limbs, scalded torsos, or blown off heads. Now, you there. What can I do for you?
You
what
feel
can you
an
do?
all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. He has a tadpole.
Does he now?
Aha! A fellow friend of Gortash. Praise the Absolute. I have a special sample, available just for you, if you wish.
Uncle Falogir sent me.
Aha! You must be Arthur's friend. Keep your voice down. Yes, yes, he's just upstairs, but only one flight. If you get to the top, you've gone too far. Browse as irresponsibly as you like. Just don't tell the other customers.
Wonderful. So we are allowed around and about.
Not critical, just a bastard if
Ah, box of fireworks. Yep. So that door looks to be a basement door. There's a hatch. So we could go into the basement if we were sneaky, maybe. Let's see, is anyone really watching us? Yes. So maybe we can't go into the basement right now. We should be able to get past this guard.
Head on up.
Your uncle is waiting for you upstairs.
Yes, my uncle. So up we go. One floor up. We might learn a bit more about what's going on around here.
Pipes are looking a little rusty.
Another friend of Felagir? All right. Just remember the top floor's off limits, password or not. Looking to buy a little something extra then?
Maybe we are. What you got?
Smoke powder in its earthier forms. For purists only.
Various oils and explosives. Thieves' tools. We always need thieves' tools. Yeah, bombs. We like bombs. But we don't necessarily need bombs right now. We've got plenty of arrows of roaring thunder just hanging about. Should probably use some at some point. What gloves have you got, Will? Gloves of Dex. I was wondering why you weren't wearing the reviving hands. But do the gloves of Dex really help you? Because, as previously established, they don't increase your thingy. Initiative. So let's just slap on those reviving hands instead. Someone should probably have this quarterstaff as well. Maybe Astarion. Maybe Will should have Morning Frost. As a life cleric, he doesn't have the most offense going on, so giving him the ability to blast out some rays of frost could be fun. Also, he can wear heavy armor, can't he? So why is he not wearing that?
Don't jostle any of the merchandise on your way out.
Wouldn't dream of it. So we've learned that there's an upstairs and we're not allowed up there, even with passwords. And we've learned that there's a basement. We don't know anything about the basement. So you're a guard, and you are busy watching us. That fist out there isn't really paying attention. They got their back turned right now. So maybe there is something we can do in this place, but I don't know what it is yet. So rather than cause an immediate ruckus of any sort, let's go back and talk to Mystra, I think. We should probably have a chat with her sooner rather than later.
Just as Elminster promised, you stand before no ordinary idol. Beneath the silent stone surges a relentless current of purest weave. A summoning channel, the kind commanded by Mystra herself. How many times have you dreamed of this moment? An audience with the goddess who loved you, who abandoned you. All you have to do is reach for it.
Go on, my good man. Your goddess awaits. Let us pray that good wisdom prevails.
Yes, let's go to Mystra.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
No, we don't. But yeah, what can I say? Adventuring suits me.
It always did. Though the ones we shared were far sweeter than those you've tasted recently. I've been watching your journey here. Your triumphs, your temptations, your doubts. You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because I have someone else to live for.
I know. Your union is one I find surprising. But you are your own man, and it is not the worst choice you have made, after all. I hoped hindsight would help you see what you could not perceive before. Do you understand why I severed our connection?
Yeah, I was a danger to you. What I did, or attempted to do, was reckless.
It was. More than you ever realized. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
Well, I'm pretty cool. I never intended to do harm, though. Only to prove myself worthy of you.
You were already worthy. What you lacked was patience, and it cost you dearly. When the Karsite weave entered your body, your gifts were the first thing it consumed. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me. Perform this service, and I will see you cured. You will be forgiven.
That does sound reasonable. It did try and destroy everything in the world. So, probably returning it to Mystra is the sensible thing to do. Yeah, next time we meet, I will bring you the crown.
Thank you. May the Weave's light guide your purpose, and its wisdom guide your hand. The future of magic rests on your shoulders, Gale of Waterdeep. I promise you, it is a burden you are strong enough to bear.
Oh, blimey. We're not just saving the world, we're saving magic itself. I'm sure we can do that. And now we are anointed in Splendor. Plus 2 bonus to all saving throws. Is that just till long rest, or is that forever? Mistress happy with us either way. So I guess our main quest now is just, yep, save the day. Very well. Regarding the fireworks, it did say that we need to find another way to the 3rd floor. So maybe it was just a case of talking to the guard who's guarding the 3rd floor and seeing what we can do there. I should have probably tried that before I bamfed off into the middle of nowhere. Now we are overdue a rumble of some sort, so let's go down this way. Let's see, so we've got a guy just standing there. We can speak with him. I was going to pop down to the docks, but actually now we're here. Maybe we do hang out near this guy for a moment.
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed. Why, you're Farling's friend. She said to let you in. Funny little gnome she is. Always laughing at me. Even when I don't joke. Come, I'll let you in. My pleasure.
Thanks, bub. I was just about to intimidate you and everything, but
In you go. Before I change my mind.
turns out I didn't have to. So do we go straight in? Yeah, we probably should, before he changes his mind. Oh, hello. We've all leveled up just by entering the guild hall. And that brings us to level 11. Which means we get, amongst other things, Hero's Feast. You and everyone around can't be poisoned, diseased, or frightened. Your HP increases, and you make wisdom saves with advantage until long rest. There's also a whole bunch of other spells, but Hero's Feast is a good one, so we'll pop that on. I don't think we get much at level 12, except for feats. So this is pretty much as exciting as it gets now for the old clerics, but that's cool. Blade Barrier. That sounds fun. Now, Harm could be fun. 14d6, and it reduces the target's maximum hit points. And Will should probably add heal to his list. 70 healing and removes blindness and diseases. So do we have Hero's Feast available right away? We do. Blam, we're all thoroughly stuffed. Immune to disease, poison, and frightening. Hit points increased by 12. It's good going. It's a good spell. Now, what's going on in this here guild hall? Thistlebog?
Aye. Thos. Saint Thos?
No. But here's Mole.
We're all on the same side.
Welcome one, welcome all. You're looking at Fetcher's Brats, the Guildhall's finest. Ready to do some business?
How'd you escape Moonrise, Mole?
I survived the Hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play.
Did Raphael help? Never mind, anyway. Is this a guild business you're running here?
Sure is. We work for Fetcher, handling what you might call pre-owned goods. Talk to Sticky. He'll cut you a deal.
Wonderful. Thanks, Mole. I'm glad to see that you're well.
Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling?
Might be both. Show me what you got. Got a lot of gold, this kid. The Shade Slayer cloak. While hiding. Crit reduction. Okay. Feywild green and dye. Dark amethyst. Gorgeous maroon. We'll take some gorgeous maroon. Not terribly desperate to sell anything right now.
Sometimes stuff we sell comes back around to us again. So watch yourself. Got me?
I understand. Sticky. Now, up here, we've got Lady Flux, Lady Croup.
Bare hands.
Bare hands?
A charm, of course. And then you'll do it yourself.
Ah. Talking about the ways that you would end us, maybe? What do you say, 7?
Before you ask, I ain't got none of that plum Prosecco. Now, what can I get you, newcomer?
Well, what do you have then?
Beverages of distinction. Or in some cases, extinction, if you ain't careful. How you feeling today? Lucky?
Yeah, let's see the liquor list. All sorts of beverages, but also the drunken cloth. While drunk, you have advantage on constitution saving throws and gain temporary hit points equal to your constitution modifier at the start of your turn. Could potentially be good for a drunk monk, maybe. Although they're more often about getting other people drunk. So maybe we won't worry. Nine Fingers Office. Lady Lockjaw.
What? Lady AQ still playing that game? I don't have one ready.
Okay, so she hasn't got any specific plans for how she might murk us. Quincy?
Knife. A hot one, I think.
Ooh. It's exciting. Suppose we should chat with Nine Fingers while we're here.
It's an orphanage, Ukta. What would you have me do? Seize their toys as payment?
Well, they failed to pay tribute. We should withdraw our protection, at the very least.
And cede more ground to the Stone Lord? You're not suggesting I yield a single inch of the city, my city, to this cult?
We already look weak. If you're seen to be forgiving debts...
I didn't say forgive. Seize the building. Arm any children old enough. If they protect what's mine, we'll consider that a start on what's owed.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Uktar. We're playing host to a hero.
Yeah, you are.
You recall our reports of Ketheric Thorm, General of the Absolute, Champion of Merkel, unkillable Tyrant of Moonrise. Meet the one who killed him.
And you're Nine Fingers Keen, Guildmaster.
A little less impressive as revelations go. You'll forgive the spying, I hope. The Guild keeps watch for anyone of interest passing through our gates. I'd say you qualify. I already know the one thing about you that I need to. You've crossed paths with the cult's leadership before, and you're still standing. I mean to burn the Absolute from the face of my city. So if you mean to help, congratulations. We just became the best of friends.
Hooray. What can I do to help you, Keen?
I was planning to soften you up a bit first, but... straight to business then. Of all the pains in my arse the Absolute was delivered, one in particular keeps growing. A new gang boss who calls himself the Stone Lord. If he was just another upstart who didn't like paying guild dues, fair enough. But he and his crew make no demands. Leave no survivors to pass on a message. All I know is that on every scrap of ground he takes from me, the cult of the Absolute soon starts sprouting.
We encountered a crew of his fighting your people down by the seafront.
Aye. Transport corridors. Not the most glamorous targets, but without the vine, the cherries shrivel and die. We know he plans on something higher profile next. A little operation the guild has running in the counting house. Likely my crew has it in hand. Snare set, ready to draw it tight. But I like a little certainty. And you've dealt with bigger bastards handily enough.
The guild has an operation inside the city's bank.
Might be more accurate to say the guild is the city's bank. We bought them out years back. Perfectly legitimate. As I said, I like a little certainty.
Very well, I will head over and check it out.
Obliged. Shouldn't pose any problem for you. In return, if I can offer aid, information, just ask.
Also, I ran into some of your thugs, the Rivington Rats.
Oh. Did you enjoy the encounter?
I don't think they enjoyed it.
I have no doubt you gave them a good talking to. The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly. So I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose.
Wonderful. We'll speak to you in a bit, Keen. She could definitely be a valuable ally in the battle against the Absolute, I feel. But for now, it's definitely been a while since we had a punch-up. Oh, there's Lady Ague. Let's chat with her before we go.
Don't mind the ladies' court. Just a game we play. Figuring how we'll kill you if you cross 9 fingers.
Yeah, thought as much. But it's good to get confirmation on these matters. Ooh, pizza. Can't leave that lying around. Kind of floor pizza. It's unhygienic. Now, I believe we can climb down these routes and head to the docks. Come on, crew. Down we come. Blimey! Yes, they're not beautiful at all, are they? They're terrible. And there's a lot of the buggers, so we should probably try and deal with them. How best to go about that? Level 10, but only 38 HP. Resistant to cold... No, vulnerable to cold and lightning. Resistant to fire. If they see a wounded creature, they become blood frenzied. So we could potentially one-shot one of them with like a high-level guiding bolt, but we've probably got better spells than that. Flame Strike is obviously not great, given their resistances. Ooh, we can create ghouls to fight alongside us, because we've learned about those thanks to Faye. Not really sure what to do with Gale. Let's perhaps see. We can... No, we got the movement to go there. How many would we hit with Spirit Guardians? Okay, that went well. That went very well, in fact. Now, who's acting next? There's a champion and a hunter down there, and then that hunter over there. None of them are within easy reach for Lae'zel, but maybe if she comes over here, she can... No, she still can't reach that one. Okay, what spells does she have at her disposal? Insect Plague? That sounds fun. But Yeah, they were a bit spread out, so... Guess you could just shoot the bugger. Now, what are you lads up to? Blood frenzy. Yeah, they're getting all excited. Aha! There'll be less of that, thank you. Yeah, attack someone else. Don't break my spirit guardians. Good job, not bad. Yeah, nice try. And then let's see what Starion can get up to. So he does have Toll the Dead. She did decent damage to one of them. And then Will... Well, we know that Will now has Rare Frost, and that'll do extra damage because they're wet, so they're vulnerable. And it put it on its butt. Amazing. Yeah, good job, Dick. That was dashing. Yep. Amazing work, friend. And they each took a bit of damage. So that's grand. Now this one's over here all of a sudden. What are you doing over here, Dick? Ah, it recovered from being pushed in the water. I suppose that makes sense, given as they are in fact water-based creatures. Yeah, less of that. Dig. Get on the floor. Net. Nice try. We'll just charm you if we can. Once again, we want to keep Spirit Guardians intact. And that one's failing miserably. Got off a shove though. Should have shoved first, you dick, and then you would have been able to thingy. Never mind. So, Starion, should we just ping it? Good. And then Will, do you want to ping it as well? Excellent. Gale, it's kind of over there, so should we just send Lazalin? Wonderful. Oh, there is one that's still alive. Oh, it's on its butt, but it's still alive. Okay. Well, there's a bit of extra damage. Oh, it's got a lot of health. That's why it's still alive, I guess. Let's step away. Just so that it doesn't attack Gale, hopefully. Claws. Can we put you on your butt? Again, we can. Outstanding. It's saved against Toll the Dead.
On the victor's path.
The worst. We'll slip away and ice it up. Good. Now Gale. There we go. Well done, everyone.
Thank you for cutting those creatures down, truly. Gods know what would have happened if you weren't here.
It would have been a slaughter, my friend. And there's a bit of cash. Amazing.
What are those things? As pungent as they are vicious.
They are pretty pungent. A smelly bag. It's got fish in it.
There's guts all over my boat.
Reading this, I'm probably dead. Trapped underwater by madmen and fish fucks. Explosives everywhere. No way out. Interesting. Trapped underwater. With explosives and fish fucks. That seems a bit strange. But who am I to say? All I can really say right now is thank you very much for watching. And I'll be back soon with some more clerical antics. Until then, you have a good day, my friends.